going to have a little bit of fun on today's show. It's Saturday. This is exactly what weekends are for, having a little bit of fun. I'm going to put on my Brian Gutekunst hat, and I'm going to give you my 5-step plan for my perfect offseason to help the roster before OTAs and minicamp rolls along over the next couple of weeks. Now, if you don't really know what the next couple of months will look like for Green Bay, because it is the NFL offseason, and I know, even though I don't, a lot of people tend to check out at this time. Let's get you caught up on what it's going to look like over the summer. May 27th through June 5th is OTAs. Then minicamp, that's mandatory minicamp, is from June 10th to the 12th. Training camp is to be announced. I'm projecting it to be July 21st. Last year, it was July 22nd. Both those are the fourth Monday of that month, so would not be surprised. But that is still yet to be announced. Before we get into my plan, though, this plan has been going perfectly because you guys absolutely crushed it the last time we brought up the May sub battle. I need you to keep crushing, okay? We are up 18 on Vikings now. The biggest lead we've had yet in the entire month. Let's keep it going, okay? If you hate the Minnesota Vikings, if you love the Green Bay Packers, if you love free things, 1, 2, 3, you got them all right here. Hit that sub button and lock us in. Let's start from bottom up, okay? These are in lists of most importance, in my opinion. Number 5, check in on a Romeo Doubs trade. Now, I will point something out. Notice, I didn't say trade Romeo Doubs. I said check in on a Romeo Doubs trade. In my opinion, if Pittsburgh, like we've talked a lot recently, and actually I'm just going to go over the whole thing because a lot of people who watch for the first time. So, welcome in. So glad you're here. Pittsburgh trade away George Pickens. Pittsburgh plans to add in Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback over the next couple of months. They now need a wide receiver. Romeo Doubs, Aaron Rodgers played Doubs' rookie year together. They could be looking to add him to their roster to be their wide receiver too. And if Pittsburgh gets desperate over the next couple of weeks, over the next month, and they offer you something like a 3rd or a 4th rounder out of sheer desperation and sheer wanting to please Aaron Rodgers and get him on their team, you take the deal. Because you look at the wide receiver room, the current way it is constructed, I get it. I like Doubs a lot. I think he's probably, because there's a big question mark on Matthew Golden because he's going to be a rookie. He's probably tied for the best wide receiver you have on this roster because Christian Watson will be hurt, but you have a lot of depth. You have a lot of players that can come in and are expected to come in and, contribute right away. The Matthew Goldens of the world, the Savion Williamses. Obviously, you still got Jaden Reed. Then Tavian Wicks kind of goes up and down. He kind of fluctuates a little bit. But I still think you can, deal with the blow. I still think you can take that. And so, again, I'm not saying trade Doubs. I'm just saying check in on it. See if you can fleece the Pittsburgh Steelers. Be honest with me, okay? Play GM just like I have been this entire video. Would you trade Romeo Doubs? Give me a simple yes or no in the comment section down below. Let me know if you trade the wide receiver. Let's go to number 4 now. Give Amar Johnson a chance. I really like Amar Johnson. Really am excited about this undrafted free agent signing. If anybody doesn't know, Amar Johnson was an undrafted free agent signed to the Green Bay Packers the day after the 2025 NFL draft out of San Diego, or not San Diego State, South Dakota State. 2 very different climates with those two. But regardless, I'm really excited about the prospect, okay? He is built like a running back. He runs like he's built like a running back. He's got a great low center of gravity, meaning his contact balance is incredible. He's got great strength as well. He's shifty. And Brennen Rupp had a lot of really great things to say about the running back. Here's what he had to say. He said, Johnson is an explosive playmaker. In 2024, he had 38 runs of 10-plus yards, and he finished his career with 98 runs of 10-plus yards and 46 of 15-plus yards. He has good contact balance and finished 2024 with 729 yards after contact. He's shifty and able to string together moves to force missed tackles. This past season, he forced 49 missed tackles. And that's what I like so much about Amar Johnson, right? Not only did he have 1,200 yards this past year, but 700 of them came after contact. And it's not like he's just this bowling ball who doesn't have great speed. He isn't shifty. He can make people miss as well. He has so many phenomenal tools, and just the way he's built, the strength that he has, I think is going to set him up to be a really good running back in this league. And when you look at the current state of the running back room, I really believe there's only two guys that are 53-man roster locks. Okay, that's Josh Jacobs, and that's Marshawn Lloyd. And I know that Wilson played great last year in Marshawn Lloyd's absence. I'm pretty sure he's probably a lock as well. But if Green Bay decides to carry 4 running backs, I would not be surprised if Amar Johnson was the 4th. And hell, if it came down to it, Amar Johnson might just shock everybody and could be the 3rd running back on this team. Speaking of 3s, let's go to number 3 now. Number 3 about number 7. Let's talk about extending Quay Walker. I think you got to do that over this next couple of months. And text, I know the text is weird on that. It's fine. It's just because the title's long on the tweet itself. This came from Packers coverage by Acme Packing Co., of course. Quay Walker contract. Packers will not exercise 5th-year option on the linebacker. We made a video about that last week. Basically, they picked up Devontae Wyatt's 5th-year option, didn't pick up Quay Walker's 5th-year option. Of course, every single rookie first-round pick has a 5th-year option on their contract, and Green Bay had 2 that year. They decided to pick up one, didn't pick up the other, and I hear a lot of people saying, ooh, that's probably not good for Quay Walker, probably not good for his future. I think the exact opposite. I think no 5th-year option doesn't mean that they don't want him. I think it's the exact opposite. I think that means they probably like him and want him long-term. I would expect some kind of a contract extension anytime over the next couple of months. I would love a contract extension anytime over the next couple of months. I think the earlier you do these things, the better. Because there's always going to be some team that overpays some linebacker, and then your linebacker is going to want what that linebacker got, because I'm not going to just settle be the second highest paid linebacker. I think I'm the best linebacker in the National Football League. And you've got a really solid one in Quay Walker. Over 100 tackles in each of his first 3 career seasons, getting those sack numbers up to 2.5 this past year at 13 games played. And I know he's not the best in coverage, right? And I know some of those tackles comes from like chase downs and things like that. And a lot of people think he's a pad statter. Guys, Quay Walker makes this team better. Quay Walker makes this defense better. And if you get out ahead of it, and if you pay him and extend him sooner rather than later, it most likely is not going to cost you what it will if you wait a little bit. That's why I think over the next couple of weeks, over the next month or so, extending Quay Walker should be in the plan. Coming up, I got the rest of the perfect plan. I got 2 more steps that if I'm Brian Gutekunst, I am making sure get done. Hopefully before minicamp, definitely before the season. Before that, go back to Quay Walker. Do you guys want him extended? If you do, make sure to let me know by hitting the thumbs up on today's video. Go ahead, hit the like button, and cast your vote that way. Let's dip into free agency now. How about an edge rusher? I would love if Green Bay signed an edge rusher because there's some pretty good edge rushers available. And if we know anything about this team last year, sure, they got a lot of sacks, but they struggled with what? And for everybody who's watched this channel for a long time, they know I'm going to say get consistent pressure on the quarterback, because they did not do that last year. They sacked him, but if they weren't sacking him, he had all day to pat the ball. He could spin it on his finger behind the back and then deliver a throw right on the money. This group could still use some juice. It's a good group. It got a lot better with Bear and Sorrell, but it still could use a little bit of help. And you got 4 guys, at least, my top available pass rushers, that I think could come in here and really help this team out. Jadeveon Clowney, formerly with the Panthers. Matthew Judon with the Falcons this past year. Von Miller with the Bills. Preston Smith, familiar name, was traded to the Steelers right at the trade deadline. But all 4 of those guys, sure, they're getting older. They're reaching their 30s. 3 of them are 32. Von Miller he's an old head at this point. He's 36 years old. But I think a lot of them still have some juice left in the tank. I think Jadeveon Clowney probably has the most juice left in the tank. He had a quarterback pressure rate last year of like 13%, which would have been one of the tops on this team at the age of 31, and for the defense of Carolina, which was awful. So he's probably my top pick. But if Green Bay said, you know what, screw it, let's get more competition in this room. The more good pass rushers you have, the better. And they decided to sign any of these 4 guys, I think I'd be really excited about it. Shout them out for me. Comment section down below. Name an edge rusher you want the Packers to sign. I just gave you 4 names. Okay? I gave you 4. I just need you to give me 1. Can be any of the ones I just said. Give me somebody different. You let me know in the comment section down below. Let's do the final one, okay? Restructure Jaire Alexander. Now, at the time of this recording, he has not been restructured yet, but we recently got an update from Peter Schrager on the Pat McAfee show that said it appears more likely that Alexander will remain with the Packers. Alexander has had great talks with head coach Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. He also has a great relationship with defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. Keeping Jaire on this team, flat out, plain and simple, makes this team better. It feels like a very elementary school approach to covering this team, covering the sport of football. Like, hey, more good players on the roster means your roster is going to be better. But sometimes that's all it boils down to, okay? And if you look at this room with Jaire Alexander off of it, just imagine he's not up there. Keyshawn Nixon shifts over to outside. Nate Hobbs shifts over to the outside as well. And then what? King plays the nickel. Valentine plays the nickel. Robinson maybe plays the nickel. It's like there's a big gap there in the secondary. And let me tell you, your edge rushers aren't good enough to be able to make up for having a big gap in the secondary. But the big question always is will he be able to play? And that's why I said a restructured contract. A little bit less money. There are some incentives in there because of all of this. 20 games missed over the last 2 seasons. That's not great, Jim. It's not great at all. But I think he makes this team better, and I think if you believe you can compete for Super Bowls with the additions at wide receiver and hopefully the addition of Barron Sorrell on the edge, some luck and health on the defensive side of the football, I think this team can. Then you need Jaire Alexander there, and hopefully you get him healthy. We're about to get on out of here. Make sure you guys subscribe and join us right here at the Packers Report. We're bringing you daily coverage of your favorite team in green and gold. We do it better than anybody, okay? So make sure to lock us in. Keep us around by subscribing.